What's up, guys? This is your boy Zaxamillion here, and today I'm making my first ever wild card playoff predictions, and we'll see how it goes. Let me see here. First game, we have this Saturday. We have the first ESPN telecast of the playoffs in ESPN history, with Arizona having to go to Carolina. Now, I can understand this game may be a little favorable to Carolina now, because with Carolina winning the division and Arizona is not nearly as strong, especially at the quarterback position. I don't see. I mean, I have nothing against the Cardinals, but I think Arizona might be that first round one and done team. I'm going with the Carolina Panthers. I think Cam Newton and, I just think Cam Newton, Greg Olsen are going to connect. I think Jonathan Stewart's going to be running the ball hard, and I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers 31-13 at most. Let me see here. Second night game I have are the Baltimore Ravens at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, this matchup may be a little bit different, okay? Because the first time Baltimore went to Pittsburgh, they got completely blown out. I think it was like 42-25 or something. Ben Roethlisberger threw for 6 more TDs. That was when he was really hot at that point. Haloti Ngata is coming back from his suspension after he abused the substance abuse policy that the NFL had conducted, because, he got suspended in week 12 or week 13 or something. That meant if Baltimore were to make the playoffs, he would be eligible to play. So, I think, or correct me if I'm wrong, I think Haloti Ngata did play. I don't know when Baltimore played Pittsburgh. I didn't follow the week. I just know Baltimore got their ass handed to by the Steelers because it was in the Berg. I don't think my prediction will really change in this game. I think, obviously, losing Le'Veon Bell potentially could be a big loss for the Steelers. It could really benefit Baltimore, and we know how good Justin Forsett has been for them this year, especially after the whole thing with Ray Rice. The Ray Rice situation, I'm rather surprised Baltimore moved on from him, and Justin Forsett has become a really good running back for Baltimore, and he looks like he could be their long-term running back as long as he's healthy. But I don't think this game's really going to change. I'm going to go with the Steelers by a score of 34-24. I think it's going to be close early on, and then the Steelers defense will just lock down in the second half. And I'm going to go with the Steelers at home in the Berg. Okay, let's see here. I have the Bengals at the Colts. Wow, this is going to be a tough game for Cincinnati. If you don't remember, the last time Cincinnati had went to Indianapolis, Cincinnati got completely embarrassed. They got shellacked. They got creamed. They got anything in the dictionary you can think of obliterated by the Indianapolis Colts. They were shut out 23-0. Let me look here. Let's see here. What week was that? That was... trying to see here, folks. Give me a sec. That was in week 7, where the Bengals got shut out 23-0 to the Indianapolis Colts. I think it's going to be a different story. I think Cincinnati will put up points in this game, but it really depends on if they can use Jeremy Hill more, and then they use Giovanni Bernard within the red zone. I don't know who would win this game, but if I had to go by my best guess, for some whatever reason, Cincinnati's always been cursed by their inability to win in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, they've gotten there, but now it's time for them to show what they're made of. But I just think the Colts are I think the Colts are a more complete team. I think if Andrew Luck can get T.Y. Hilton back from his hamstring injury, I think the Colts have a legitimate shot to blow them out again, but I don't think it's going to be a shutout. I'm going to call for a if it's going to be anything, I'm going to call for a 38-10 blowout Indianapolis win, and I think I just think Andy Dalton's going to throw maybe 1 or 2 interceptions in this game, but I have the Colts. And last but not at least, my guys, the Dallas Cowboys. Throw up that X, baby. Detroit Lions at the Dallas Cowboys as the final game that will recap the wild card weekend in the playoffs. Now, after Sunday night, going into Monday afternoon, we had gotten the news flash that Ndamukong Suh had been suspended by the NFL for his actions in their game against the Green Bay Packers. And then the next day, on Tuesday, Ndamukong Suh, of course, was trying to appeal, and he won his appeal, and now he is eligible to play, and at the most, he is going to be fined at least $70,000, but he will not lose a game as he will be allowed to play. I think the Cowboys are just still going to treat the Detroit Lions the same way. I think it's going to be a test for Frederick and Martin. Now, I mean, let's face it, those two are obviously Pro Bowlers. They're really good. Frederick's, I think, one of the best centers in the league, and Zach Martin's been shockingly one of the best guards coming out of college, specifically out of Notre Dame, because Notre Dame's not really known for their production of linebackers, but obviously the only one that's other noticeable is Manti Te'o, but obviously Zach Martin's name was huge, and I'm still going to... as a score, I'm still going to predict the Cowboys are going to win this game. I'm going with a high score, and I'm going to go with Dallas 45, Detroit 28. I think they're going to take Joique Bell out of the game. I think it's a rematch of, obviously, Megatron and Dez. I think Dez is going to win this one because it's in his house, and, I just think the Cowboys, if they were smart, they would put Scandrick, who is a little scrappier and a little bit better, I think, than Brandon Carr. I think they should put Scandrick on Johnson, and then they should put Brandon Carr on Golden Tate, or even shift J.J. Wilcox over to Golden Tate. So, but I have the Dallas Cowboys winning this game and moving on to Green Bay if they were to win. Other than that, that wraps up the wild card weekend. Thank you for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will get back to you guys as soon as possible.